Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Escreal Let's Play Minecraft. Last time we had succeeded in moving all of the animals from our above ground exposed plot down below ground to hide them away from the community view, and we were getting ready to finally start gathering all of the materials we need to build our enchanting table. And getting to the enchanting table is one of the biggest driving forces of all of the work that we've been doing so far. So let's see on this episode if we finally get to do it, if we finally get to make our enchanting table. I really hope we do. Wish us luck. Bye. Okay, so our community responsibilities are achieved. We have moved all of our animals from the top layer, visible to everyone, down to the basement, at least temporarily, until we drop them further. I'll clean up the holes and the fences a little bit later, but for now what I would like to do is build something that is going to be useful for me to do the rest of my work today, which is an enchanting table. Now, in order to create an enchanting table, you need to have 3 ingredients. You need to have obsidian, diamonds, and a book. So with obsidian, we gathered enough earlier on in a previous mining activity, specifically because I knew I needed to do things like create an enchanting table. You need 2 diamonds, which I have in surplus, at least for now, because I didn't prematurely create diamond armor. And we need a book. Now this is where it gets a little complicated for us right now, because we don't have the materials to actually create a book in our inventory. Not yet, at least. So you need 3 pieces of paper and a leather to create a book. I have paper because I was able to take 3 sugar canes, convert them into 3 pieces of paper. The rest I'll use for growing some more sugar cane later, because we're going to need a lot more books. But we don't have leather yet, and I'm a little surprised because I had killed several cows. I would have assumed I'd have at least 1 leather at this point, unless I'm just not seeing it. But all I have is a single rabbit hide, which isn't enough to make the leather I need for a book. So we're going to go and try to get ourselves some leather. But before we go do our killing strokes on our adult cows down here, we'll again try to feed them all, take advantage of breeding. And then, when we do go and kill the cows, we'll only kill the adults. The children will grow up, so we're not going to lose any of the potential that we had earlier. And we are just killing until we get some leather. There we go. See how easy it was? All right, we've got everything that we need now in order to create our enchanting table. We'll come up to our crafting table. We will make our book, 3 pieces of paper and some leather. Our book goes at the top of our obsidian tower, a couple of diamonds, and you can see that the pattern that you create in the crafting table creates your enchanting table. Boom. And we will just drop our enchanting table down here for the time being. That's a good spot for it. And we have our enchanting table. Now, I love the enchanting table just because it has the book that spins around when you get close to it. It opens up. It's a cool little feature, I think. The way it works is you just take your items, you drop your item you want enchanted here, and depending on the amount of enchantment that you want to put into it, you need lapis. We do happen to have lapis already. So we'll come up here, grab some of this blue wonderful thing. We might need more. And yeah, let's grab... Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do more than just a single enchantment. We're also going to make an anvil. We're going to do a bunch of stuff down there. So we'll need some wood for what I'm going to do. Not this much, but we need some. We'll create another crafting table so we can do the rest of the stuff down there. I like keeping the other crafting table up there just for convenience. We're going to create a series of iron blocks to make our anvil. I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we need 7. Let's see if I remember correctly how to make an anvil. No. All right. So I got to look up how to do an anvil. Okay, so the anvil is not nearly as resource intensive as I thought it was. Luckily, you can get your iron back after making a block. So there we go. We now have our anvil, which we can use to combine our items. Let's start enchanting. This is exciting for me. I'm super stoked to start getting some enchantments. Unbreaking, efficiency 1. We'll start with that. See, I don't mind enchanting these pickaxes that are basically about to break, because what I can do is combine them, and now that we have 2 efficiency 1s, we can use that to become an efficiency 2. Things like that. I have plenty of levels because of because of all of the work I've done previously. Take an unbreaking. All right, so now we have an unbreaking pickaxe, which we're going to merge over here with an efficiency 1 to get efficiency 1 unbreaking. And we'll combine an efficiency 1 with that to get efficiency 2 unbreaking. And voila, we suddenly have a much better place to be with our stuff. I'll also go ahead and get back some lapis and see if I can enchant my shovel with something useful. I'll take an efficiency 1 shovel. I don't want to overly waste my levels right now, or more specifically my lapis, but at least now we have a slightly better setup for doing things like creating, like mining out the rest of what we need to do. So we have our enchanting table, we have efficiencies, we have the ability now to do a whole lot more. Let's do a whole lot more, but let's start with cleaning up here. And I'll do that with just a jump cut, so I'll be back. Okay, just a little bit of a status update. I've cleared out all of the fence posts, I filled in the dirt, I created a couple of trenches so I have a just easy way to grow some more sugarcane for the time being, at least until I create a sugarcane farm, but this will at least get it started for me. I've also harvested and replanted my wheat and fed the cows at least once or twice since the last cut, and made a little bit of just a dirt walkway so I could get over here and start filling in the second layer under the top layer so I could do things like put the water. So just a few little things. And what I would like to do next is adventure out into the world for more sugarcane, actually. So I need sugarcane, and I'm going to need a whole ton of sand because I need to make a lot of glass. So I need sugarcane, I need sand, and I would also like to get, while I'm out there, if possible, some more saplings and some more bones that you get from killing skeletons, if I can. So that is what I'm on the hunt for next. So I've cleared out my inventory of basically everything but the essentials. And I include a bucket of water with me at all times because if I catch on fire, fall in lava, it puts you out. And I've fallen in lava way too many times not to have a bucket of lava. We have the clock that I made with gold and redstone so I can tell how much longer until nighttime or daytime. There is a compass, although usually I get by either with just looking at what my actual coordinates are or just starting to learn the area. So with that, we've got all of the items that we need in order to harvest. We've got plenty of space. We've got food. Let's go look for some items. So, quick little status update. I've been collecting resources, doing a big circuit, and I happened to come back around to the town just from a slightly hilly venue, and I came across this view. So I thought I would share it with everyone. This is what the town looks like from a little high up and a little bit of a way. You can see my plot of property right there, just at the edge of the render distance. And this is where we're at. Currently, we have a whole bunch of sand that we collected, some extra bone meal, but still haven't found any reeds aside from that, which is growing in the town itself. So I'm going to continue to look for a little while longer, though while I'm here, I think I'll stop back at the town, feed my cows, see if I can get a few more out of them, and just kind of do some more hunting for reeds maybe down that way. Okay, so I didn't find any more reeds out in the wild, but what I did find is a whole bunch of sheep, which would be awesome to get back to the base. So what I'm going to do is quickly set up an above ground pen. I'll lure the sheep back to the property, I'll fence them in, and then I'll just drop them like I've done with the other animals so they're not in the way. So we'll do that really quick, and we'll jump to hopefully where I found the sheep once again and start leading them back. Alright, so I made it back to the sheep, which also apparently seem to have a bunch of horses, which is cool, though not as critical for me. So, we have a ways to go. We will eat before we leave them. I have the pen set up. I ultimately just need to get 2 of them. We'll try to bring all 4, though, because that will be easier if I can do that. Though I did have a whole lot of trouble previously just getting the attention of the cows. And it looks like we might have that problem again this time. Wow, that will be super annoying. So we got 1 baby sheep back. It was so difficult to get them to follow. I don't know if this is a server issue or what, but they were just losing focus and attention, and it was just very tedious to even get 1 back. But we've got 1. Once we get a second one, we're all set. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do this whole process again, bring back another, just 1 sheep, and then I will be good to go, and I'll have a source of wool that is super convenient, as opposed to right now, which is I just don't actually have a source of wool. I got what I currently have in part just from going around the world and killing some sheep. My bed was made by actually begging for some sheep initially when I came to town. So yeah, all right, so we've got 1. We'll go get a second one. We'll drop them down to the basement and kind of go from there. Meanwhile, checking in on my plants. They're not really growing. And part of that is possibly because they just don't have light during the night. But we'll hopefully see if we can get some more reeds while we're out. I think I spotted some as I was bringing home this little guy. So I'll go try to get some more reeds, try to get some more sheep, at least 1 more, and then we'll come back to doing more base construction. But the opportunity to get some sheep was just too good to pass off. It's just so super convenient to have these type of things right in your base, readily accessible. So I'm going to go back out, we'll do another jump cut, and I was tempted to show you the process of bringing back the sheep, but it truly is so incredibly frustrating that I didn't want to do it. So I didn't. Now, you may have just noticed that 2 things just happened there. First, the sheep became an adult, so that was cool. Second, I started attacking the sheep, but it wasn't me. It was actually my cat walking across the keyboard. So I apologize to the sheep. It would have been amusingly, tragically terrible if my cat killed the sheep because I was paying more attention to it. So I will pause the recording here, give my cat some attention, go get another sheep, and we will come back and hopefully be in an even better spot than we were before. Success! We have 2 sheep back at the home base. They are ready to breed. So I'll create one or two more little sheep before I drop them, just in case I miss and I lose a sheep or two in the process. This is just a little bit of practicality. But in addition to getting my sheep back, finally, I also, along the way, was able to get some more reeds. So we've got some sugarcane to plant, which brings us that much closer to getting our bookshelves. So we need to have something like 2 stacks, or at least 1 full stack of sugarcane in order to make enough books to fully power the enchanting table so I get the highest level enchantments. So we need a lot of sugarcane before this is all said and done. So that's going to go for a while. We will get some sand in the ovens baking, so we can turn them into glass and get that going. We still haven't built anything with redstone yet. But this was an incredibly productive session. We got the animals, we got the top area clean, we got the bottom area started to be dug out, we got an enchanting table. I think what I'll do to just sort of wrap up is I will make the pen for the sheep downstairs, drop them, and just kind of get that last little bit cleaned up and put away before I call it a day. So thank you for joining with me on this, my first episode. I hope you liked it. I hope you're looking forward to what comes next. And we are really well queued up for being able to start building some of the automated farms, which will be the focus of the next episode. So looking forward to seeing you next time. Until then, have fun!